Please stand by for the John and Gordy Morning Show. Phone lines are open right now. Call or text 608-879-8255 or use the free Civic Media app. And now, live from the Civic Media headquarters in Madison, Wisconsin, here are John and Gordy. We're truly sorry.
WMDX 92.7. It's John Peterson, Gordy Young in the morning here.
Good morning.
And it's a promising day, I think, in the weather forecast. Things are looking pretty good. And if anybody is curious, sunset tonight at 7:50, all right?
7:50.
And sunrise is just about 4 minutes away.
Can't wait.
Yep. Well, it's a little dark out there right now. We must have overcast skies. I don't know, but I'm just guessing.
A few early morning clouds, a little bit of fog.
60 degrees.
60, yeah. Looking for a high in the mid to upper 70s?
Yeah.
Is that what your watch is saying?
You mean the WMDX official weather watch?
Well, that's
Samsung?
the only watch you're wearing, yes. Stopped wearing all the other watches that you have.
I did. I'm a watch collector.
You were like,
what a horrible dilemma that turned out to be for a while anyway. You know, I love collecting the Marvel Universe watches.
Yeah,
and,
you have them?
Oh, yeah, and I've got some old DC watches out there, and I've got a Howdy Doody watch, which is just wonderful. I just love that thing, looking at a puppet on my watch.
Yeah.
But don't wear any of them. All the batteries are dead in them. They're sitting in a box now, sadly.
That's
Luckily, those little cells don't leak like regular batteries do.
Right.
I'm keeping my fingers crossed on that one.
Well, if you want another watch, I do have a Cars watch, like from the movie Cars.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, so if you want to add another to your collection.
No.
No? Okay. You don't.
I know. I'm done with that.
I have a Bart Simpson watch.
You do? Yeah.
From Fox.
I have Simpsons watches.
Yeah. Well,
I think you got me one.
Oh, could
from
be.
The Simpsons.
Could be.
When we were at 47.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
You know, Channel 47 next year in June, they're celebrating 40 years on the air.
Oh, they are. Are they
Remember?
Inviting you or me over there? Celebrate our old midnight movie show?
I'm talking with a couple of people from the early days, and we're going to try and figure out some kind of reunion. Yeah.
Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah. But you remember, that was the first day that Channel 47 went on the air, June 6th, 1986. That's the day that you and I met.
Huh?
A very,
Wow.
that's a big anniversary there. So 40 years ago.
That is something.
Isn't that something? Yeah.
Wow. You know, I still have, remember when we were doing the show on WMAD in Sun Prairie?
Yeah.
We had a promotion about Get a Life.
Oh, right. The Chris
Elliott.
Chris Elliott show. We had a promotion with that?
Yes. We had a promotion with
I don't
that.
remember that.
Sadly, we didn't interview Chris Elliott, but we gave away Chris Elliott bathrobes.
Bathrobes.
Do you
That's
remember that?
right. I still have that one. Yeah. Yeah.
I do too. I still have it. I won't get rid of it. No
yeah.
way.
That was such a great show.
Yeah, that guy was so lazy, I have to keep that robe.
Yeah.
And tiny little alarm clocks. Remember they were little blocks.
Jeez, I don't remember.
Tiny handheld block, and you could just set the timer, and it had the second hand was him on a bike, going around and around on the face of this clock.
He rode a bike. I remember the terry cloth robe.
Yeah,
just a white, real cheap, thin terry cloth.
No,
robe.
It had embroidery.
Okay.
Get a Life embroidery
logo.
Right on the chest. That was wonderful.
Yeah. Okay. A little bit later on, we're going to talk with Jim Santel, attorney at law.
I always assume there are a few things that are bubbling up when it comes to legal situations in this country.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk about the Supreme Court. What is it? The shadow docket?
The shadow docket, yes.
Sounds very mysterious. And let's see, let's check the WMDXradio.com poll. You can jump in on the poll. It's the last day for this poll. We'll have a new poll every Friday. Mm-hmm. So the poll question, if you go to WMDXradio.com, it's if John and Gordy did one thing for their morning show, they should, A, not change a damn thing, keep doing what they're doing. That's at 40% even right now. B, include more stories in idiocracy that risk their own lives and freedom. That's at 33.3%. C, sound depressed, angry, and lash out even at their closest friends and callers. That's at 13% now. And choice D is immediately be replaced by AI-controlled robots. That's also at 13%.
Oh.
So
We've had a few more submissions since yesterday already.
I guess so.
Yeah.
So you can still get in on that poll. Just go to WMDXradio.com.
We're begging you, please participate in this last day of the poll. I work so hard on these questions.
I know you do.
And the possible answers to them.
Yeah.
And we are going to program the show according to this particular poll. We're changing everything.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
From the results of this poll. That's how important this poll is. So please make it over there and see what you can do. See if you can influence the show at all.
That's right. And because this is Thursday, every Thursday, the new newsletter comes out, the WMDX newsletter. You can get that emailed right to your email.
I hear
sign up.
I hear it's up for a Pulitzer. It's
I think so,
pretty good
yes.
stuff.
Some really great articles
Yes.
in there, okay? And let's see. What else is going on? I don't know.
Madison Night Market.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. I knew there was something else that's going on tonight. The Madison Night Market. We'll be there from 5 to 9 during part of that time. Anyway, we got to get to bed early, so get up early in the morning. So may not stay all the way till 9 o'clock, but we'll try. We'll try to do that. Should be nice
tough.
weather for the night market tonight. And
Yeah.
there's, John, I didn't know if you knew this, but every night market has a theme. We're
we
3
were
or 4
unaware
months
of
into
that.
this, and
Yeah.
I didn't know there was a theme for every night
After
market.
5 years, they finally told us there's a theme to this whole thing.
Well, tonight's theme is Wisconsin history.
Oh.
So I think we should, dig out the tri-cornered hats with the white powdered wigs.
Yes.
And our get the muskets out. It's always a party when we get the muskets out. Hello.
Last time.
I'll be here all week.
I don't know. Target practice didn't go well.
So, Dom, do you have a
I don't have a musket. or anything.
powdered wig and a tri-cornered hat and a musket?
I can go to like one of the Halloween stores and get one for like $5 as soon as I leave here, and then I'll have one too.
Right.
I think your costume tonight will be enough. Are you going to wear that damn thing?
The Bucky
The
Badger
Bucky-
thing?
The
A
Bucky Badger.
mascot, yeah.
Yeah, I'll
Is it
try.
Really?
Is
You're
it
gonna
just
try?
like the mascot?
Yeah, it looks. It's a onesie. It's it has a badger face. You can't even see my face. Everything's covered. So
Okay.
it's
Well,
Did you steal it? I mean, is this something we're going to have to worry about? We got a felon over here.
well, wear it if you
I'll
dare.
wear it. Yep,
Okay?
I'll wear it. I'll wear it.
Okay. Well, that'll be something. And we'll also be debuting the new WMDX T-shirt. We'll have a few of those that we'll be giving away. That's at tonight's Madison Night Market.
I've been watching ICE and police
Yeah.
throw down a civilian on the streets near the National Mall.
Yeah.
He says, "I am not a criminal."
Right.
A lot of us will probably be saying that in a not too distant future. Just keep that line in mind next time.
I am not a criminal.
We all get thrown to the ground by police,
Oh, my God.
parading police in our streets,
getting
the
out of
military. This is crazy,
It's
right?
out of control. Yeah. Okay, let's get to...
Catherine says you guys are part of Wisconsin history.
Aw.
Okay,
Thank
does
you,
she
thank you.
mean that in a good way, or you guys are history? Or us Friday. Look out.
Atrophying over here,
Okay. Would you rather have the would you rather thing going on, or would you rather not do the thing today, Tom? Yeah.
Sounds like we're doing a thing.
Okay.
Let's do it. There we go. Try it.
Would you rather?
That's perfect. Good job, Dominic. All right. First
Okay.
question.
Good job on that, by the way. If I haven't said so yet.
You haven't. All right. Would you rather have an anvil drop on your head or be born on North Sentinel Island? Do you guys know what that is?
No.
It's basically just an inhabited place. I mean, it's habited, but it's by, cannibals.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, and you're not allowed to go there. It's very dangerous. They have like spears and everything, and
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I wouldn't recommend going there in general. I would say look it up. Anyone that's listening, look up North Sentinel Island.
Wow.
It's very
okay.
interesting.
All right.
But would you
What
rather
a
go?
choice. I mean, you're talking.
Yeah. What?
That's a horrible choice.
But you can live. You could live there hypothetically if they take you in.
Okay.
Or
Well,
an
I would-
anvil drop on your head.
Well, I don't want an anvil on my head. That already happened when I was a kid. Explains a lot. No, I'd go with the island, I guess.
Yeah.
I think I would do the island too. I would always want to go there too. It
Really?
it doesn't look fun, but it looks interesting to go to.
Okay.
All right. Second question. Would you rather have... Okay, so a door appears at your apartment/house, right? A random door appears. Would you rather open it or just leave it closed and never touch it?
It just appears magically?
Yes. It's like Monsters Inc. You know when those random doors come in?
And it,
I don't know,
and
John,
it
what
could
do
be
you think?
another world on the
It could be
other
another
side
world,
of
or
that
it could be,
door.
it could
Certain death. It could
be.
be.
Yeah.
Well, hell, I'd open it. What the hell?
You would open it?
Yeah, sure.
Gordy, would you open it?
Yeah, I think I would. I think it would. I would reason that the door has appeared for that reason to be open.
That's pretty good.
Otherwise, why would a door just show up out of random universe?
It's an invite,
That's
you
true.
never know.
Yeah, you persuaded me. Yeah, I think I would do it too.
It could be Art Paul Schlosser world back there. By the way, we got to play the theme song.
We do,
The John
yeah.
and Gordy theme song from Art
We're
Paul.
going to see him tonight. He's going to.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm wearing a shirt right now.
I see that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, Art Paul will be there, and I guess he has an issue with you.
With me,
Why doesn't he? Why does he?
should have an issue with you.
Gordy,
You're the one that promised him some money for,
Gordy's the bookkeeper here.
for his song. He did a
Look,
custom-made song for us.
The thing is, we
and
all
you said, "Oh,
we all want to
pay
help
you."
Art Paul, right?
Of course. Well, sure.
I mean,
And
he's out there all the time. He's not just playing the music. He needs a little bit of an income out there on
agree.
the streets.
I agree. Yeah. Well, let's figure that out. Let's pass the hat. I mean, come
we
on.
have been talking about that for at least
A couple of months.
3 days.
We need to interview him. We got to bring him in for an interview, right?
He's, well, we've had him in for an interview,
Yeah.
and yeah.
you
No,
weren't
we should
here,
have
but-
him back. We
Yeah,
should
have him back.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I
See
would
if we can
assume
line that up.
his CD sales go through the roof every time he appears on this show.
He's got a number of CDs and some great songs, really.
No, they are
He's
really
a-
good songs. Yeah.
He's a good songwriter.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
See if you can dial that up there, Tom. Let's see.
I just love that song. That's the only song he does in a Liverpool accent.
It's perfect. It's 19 minutes past the hour. Oh, okay. Hang on a second.
What?
You can win a dinner from WMDX and Sugar River Pizza. Yeah, we're giving away $50 gift cards. If you want to find out how, just go to WMDXradio.com and click on the banner, okay? It's all to help celebrate our Best of Madison nomination. Sugar River Pizza has been nominated, and so have John and Gordy. So check it out at WMDXradio.com. Just get going on a Thursday morning. Back with more in just a moment.
John and Gordy in the morning. Is this a threat or is this a warning? John and Gordy in the morning. Who will be their guest? What will they be performing? John and Gordy in the morning. Are they funny or are they boring? John and Gordy in the morning. Will you be awake or will you be snoring? John and Gordy in the morning. The radio's on. Are you ignoring?
There comes the kazoo.
WMDX 92.7 with Art Paul Schlosser.
Yeah. And if you come to the Madison Night Market tonight, you're likely to see him right across
the street from us.
Yeah, from our booth. Our booth is right in front of the
at the beginning
Overture.
of the 200 block on State Street. Yeah.
Yes, it is. Mm-hmm. Should be a beautiful night for that. And again, wear historical garb tonight. Celebrating Wisconsin History Night, I think. Something like that.
Well, we could go as Tea Party members. Remember that? They're the ones who wore the tri-cornered hats.
That's right. I forgot about the Tea Party.
The Tea Party.
Yeah. That didn't last long.
Well, that was another sign of genius on the right, protesting health care for people in this country. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that meant a lot.
That hurricane is getting a little closer to North Carolina.
A lot of people are evacuating the area. This is still part of the vacation summer season, and this is cutting into, their state's income.
It's actually, they're saying now that it's starting to move away from North Carolina, the latest. So maybe that's some good news for those folks. Have you ever been to North Carolina? You ever been down south?
I don't think so, no. No, you won't catch me there.
Well, it's a beautiful area.
It is?
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Oh, well, that's nice to know. I'll never see it.
Okay. That's kind of sad.
Well... I rarely go south of the Cheddar Curtain.
That's true. Yeah, let alone the Mason-Dixon line.
The deep south.
Right. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, when was the last time you were in Illinois?
It's been a while. I've been meaning to go down there because of your little expedition down there, checking out the pot shops.
Now you don't need to.
Your report on that. Well, I know. It has really spread up here, hasn't it? I mean, it's not legal, but everything is legal. I don't even understand what's going on in that industry.
They're even starting to get out into the country, I've noticed. I've noticed some billboards up around Sauk City and to Portage, and so these dispensaries are popping up everywhere now.
Good.
There's quite a few of them. I don't know. Dom, we should send you up and down State Street to just count the dispensaries now.
There's probably at least.
I've lost count.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know in Oshkosh back when I was in college, there was one down every block. I mean, there was so many.
Yeah.
They're all over the place.
And it's every city now.
That's crazy, isn't it?
It is.
And it's not legal. I mean, it's legal. It's legal, but legal. Pot is not legal in the state, and they refuse to even make medical marijuana legal.
Right.
And remember, they wanted to, the small government Republicans wanted to make the Republican Party responsible for all the dispensaries.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yes.
They didn't trust the private market to do that.
Yeah.
The invisible hand of the private market.
Now there's a dispensary also now on Johnson, heading out from town.
Oh, okay.
It's near Bernie's Rock Shop.
Yes.
And it claims it's the only legal mushroom dispensary shop.
Yeah.
Psilocybin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just heard a story on that.
Yeah.
Apparently, RFK Jr. is a big fan of taking acid.
Well, that explains a lot, doesn't it?
Psilocybin mushrooms.
We had a worm in his brain, so what else could be wrong?
He's skeptical of vaccines, but boy, pop one of those wild mushrooms.
Sure. Do some mushrooms, do some LSD. Why not?
Unbelievable.
Good Lord.
Well, they want to find out if it's a benefit to post-traumatic stress.
I understand
all that. Yeah, it's been on and off.
Well,
in the military.
microdosing is the newest thing, I think, in that
Oh, yeah?
arena. Yeah, microdosing.
So how's that
Very-
been going for you?
With the microdosing, there's no psychedelic experience involved.
What happens?
That's
Just
I've
nothing,
heard
huh?
you
get
just
hungry,
feel
that's
good.
it?
You know?
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. That's what I hear too.
You just feel.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
thought maybe he had another
enlightened.
insight
No.
into all of that.
No, I don't know. I don't know.
But-
God, I feel like we just there's a light bulb over my head. I'm being given the third
interrogated.
degree here.
Well, here's the thing. Back then, way back when
Way back.
marijuana was, kind of popular, in the early 70s.
Right. And still
and
very
mid-60s.
illegal. Yeah.
Way back when, as I
Yeah.
recall, the big thing was the carburetors and the bongs.
Right.
You really couldn't wait to get to the head shop and
Right.
buy a really cool looking bong or carburetor.
I
And
gotta
they
say,
made
whenever-
fancy
yeah.
glass carburetors.
Whenever I pass by, I always see those like glass,
Yeah.
interesting.
Oh,
bongs.
yeah.
Yeah, they're
cool
really
to look at.
beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very nice.
I know. I would be afraid to get back into that just because of the paraphernalia that looks so cool now.
Yeah. Well, just keep in mind, it's all very expensive. Those glass blown
Yeah.
bongs and things like that.
I remember I went into
But,
one of
you
those
know,
smoke shops
yeah.
and I mentioned marijuana just in passing and they
Yeah.
freaked out.
Did they?
Yeah, they freaked out. Said, "Sir, if you cannot buy any of these items."
Oh, okay.
Because I apparently tipped my hand and said I might be smoking pot, and they cannot dispense this to people who smoke marijuana. It was for tobacco only.
Okay.
And because,
Well, that was a while back.
well, I was about 3 years ago.
Okay.
There it is.
I'd stop. Fellas, it was sounding great, but
Yeah, okay.
All right, let's hear that song, and we'll be back with Idiocracy here
It's
on
coming up.
WMDX.
Yeah, stay with us.
As the 21st century began, human evolution was at a turning point, a dumbing down, until humanity was incapable of solving even its most basic problems.
What an idiot.
The inner machinations of my mind are an enigma.
What the f***'s going on around here?
Holy shit.
Idiocracy.
For the smartest guy in the world, you're pretty dumb sometimes.
Dumb all the time, and that's why we feature Idiocracy on this program. WMDX, John and Gordy in the morning. Fantastic day, 60 degrees. I like waking up to that stuff.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty nice all day long. High near 75 this afternoon. Maybe a couple of sprinkles here or there, but no big deal. A little bit of fog out there.
Gary had my problem.
What's that?
John and Gordy, I'm unable to find your listener poll anywhere on the app.
What do you mean? Okay.
Or anywhere on WMDXradio.com.
Yeah, that's where you go, WMDX Radio.
He was there. I didn't see it. Yeah, I had that problem. I have, I guess we talked about it a little bit yesterday. I have the, what is it, the version?
I don't know.
The Android, the cell phone version of it. It is
Samsung?
The mobile.
The mobile. There it is.
Mobile version.
You guys, you're horrible at helping me.
What,
on this
reading
thing.
your mind? Yes.
The mobile version of it on my laptop, and I wasn't able to find it until I scrolled all the way almost to the bottom.
Really?
Yeah, it was just one story.
Well, it shouldn't work like that.
I know it shouldn't work like that. I don't know what's
thing.
happening. But anyway, see if that helps, Gary. Keep scrolling.
Scroll all the way to the bottom,
yeah,
apparently.
because it will be
sites.
there.
Yeah. Okay.
And we'll have to put some kind of gold scrolling around it like Trump would.
in the White House?
Yeah, so people can notice.
Okay.
Make it real tacky
We'll work on
looking,
that.
okay?
Okay. We can do that.
Yeah.
All right.
And then what do we have? A few other responses here. Remember the squeeze bottle power hitters. Now, I never had one of those. We're talking about smoking marijuana.
Yeah. And Doug says he microdoses the John and Gordy show. That's the best way to take it in. Yeah.
Yes.
Just a little bits and pieces. Okay. What do we got? Well, we got Idiocracy. We don't have Tim Slecker today, by the way. Right?
Yes.
Busted pencils.
Yep.
He's not with us today.
He is not with us.
Took a break.
Well,
Took a week break.
He's taking the day off.
Taking the day off.
Well-deserved day off.
Yeah, well, you got to prepare for school. You know,
Well, that's
all this
it. It's
stuff
back
is
to
going
school
on.
time, so he's busy.
That's what I wanted to ask him. What is it that we're going to do now that we don't have a Department of Education? What are we doing? Does anybody have access to anything anymore?
I don't know.
Any kind of funding whatsoever? Yeah. School lunches gone. History.
I know it.
I know.
They just keep taking the money away. Yeah.
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 I think I want to get to this cut because I think it's I think it says a lot about the concern and the work that Trump is doing in the White House, you know, to keep us safe and protect us from all sources of enemies. All right.
Okay.
I think this is one of those things where it's just. I know we've never played this cut. I always try to at least document this by playing it. So
all right.
Here we go. This
Okay.
is the question was nothing unsettling about Trump's answer here. Let's listen.
Okay.
To cut. Whoa, I'm sorry. Cut 118.
Thanks.
I just picked this random story. Go ahead. Cut.
Reporting that the Russians have hacked into some computer systems that manage U.S. federal court documents. I wonder if you've seen this reporting and if you plan to bring it up with Putin when you see him later in the week.
I guess I could. Are you surprised? You know, are you surprised? They hack in. That's what they do. They're good at it. We're good at it. We're actually better at it. But no, I have heard about it. I have heard about it.
Yeah, that was it.
Okay.
He's not going to do a thing about it. Hey, you know, everybody does it.
Yeah, that's
all the big governments are known to have done that.
hacking in.
He seems so complacent, you know?
Yeah.
Right?
Hey, do you have that other cut that I just sent you up there? Because we're talking about pot, marijuana. It's not legal in the state, but boy, you can get it everywhere.
Yeah.
And somebody texted us and told us that our friend and great politician, Stephen Miller, said something about this recently, about the hippies. Let's check this out.
They have no families they're raising in this city. They have no one that they're sending to school in this city. They have no jobs in this city. They have no connections to this community at all. that they're the ones who've been advocating for the 1%, the criminals, the killers, the rapists, the drug dealers. And I'm glad they're here today. Because me, Pete, and the Vice President are all going to leave here, and inspired by them, we're going to add thousands more resources to this city to get the criminals and the gang members out of here. We're going to dismantle those networks, and we're going to prove that a city can serve for the law-abiding citizens who live there. We are not going to let the communists destroy a great American city, let alone the nation's capital. And let's just also address another thing. All these demonstrators that you've seen out here in recent days, all of these elderly white hippies, they're not part of the city and never have been. And by the way, most of the citizens who live in Washington, D.C. are black. This is not a city that has had any safety for its black citizens for generations. And President Trump is the one who is fixing that with the support of the Metropolitan Police Department.
All right.
That's a little hard to hear. Yeah. But yeah, elderly white hippies.
Yes,
that's what we are.
That's well, they're there to protect the citizens from elderly white hippies. Why not pick them as the enemy at this point?
They're so dangerous.
It's so wild to even think that with all these Humvees and the soldiers and the occupation of D.C., that people are feeling safer and they can go out to dinner now.
Oh, sure.
Sit out on the sidewalk and enjoy it's a parade of tanks. The drones flying by to make sure they're eating the right things.
Yeah, I'm sure it's doing great for the tourist industry. Visiting all D.C. and seeing all the sights.
Yeah, it's just impossible to even imagine this happening, and it is happening in spades. And all the red states are sending their National Guard there.
Sure.
They don't need them. They're just sending them there. This is just a show. It is a show.
Yeah.
No, it's just a show.
Yeah.
Performance art. This is what it's all about. All right, well, let's get to the AI chatbots, okay? Clogging up the social media.
Yeah, what's the deal with that?
Yeah, it's a big deal. AI-powered bots, also known as AI chatbots, are virtual assistants. They are computer programs designed to simulate human conversation and perform tasks through natural language processing.
Right.
You know, this is almost a description of Dom and what he does here.
Can I get replaced by an AI?
That's chatbot.
Well, I don't know. These AI chatbots are now used to flood social media, giving the impression that a lot of Americans support this flood of misinformation and lies. So, I mean, it's. I have a cut here. This is cut 119. Let's hear. It's pro-democracy's mega cult slayer. And he's out there definitely taking shots at the mega. And this is an interesting comment.
Tearing through an X platform, drowning in 470 million bot accounts that are running reality like a chainsaw through wet paper. And the network reads like a rogues gallery. Cat Turd, 89%. Benny Johnson, 85%. Laura Loomer, 85%. Real Alex Jones, 82%. All stitched together by retweet chains and reply overlaps. The GNN pegs at 87% bot links. It's not random trolling, it's automation at scale, lining up perfectly with NBC and Futurism's reporting on 400-plus AI-driven bots embedded in the Trump-Epstein disinfo nexus.
There you go.
Okay.
So that's kind of a summary of what you can expect out there. You know, it seems like they're being promoted an awful lot. You get a lot of that in X and other social media accounts, but it's actually just chat box repeating something and amplifying
just
the message.
Throwing it out there again.
Now, here's one thoughtful response.
Okay.
Cat Turd has descended into spam level, nonsensical one-line tweets. That's one of the chat boxes, and an interesting influencer. He said, I blocked this account a while ago when it began looking like a bot. Benny Johnson has become like spam as well. He wouldn't survive without Russian support. Now, he got like $500,000. Do you remember the influencers, the right-wing podcasters were getting paid by Russian television to repeat a lot of their programming, a lot of their points. So they got caught, and I didn't see a a lot of people on the right complain about that.
No. You would think they would say something,
You have
but
something
no.
on 60 Minutes where they say, Kamala, they cut something out, But when you have a $500,000 podcaster paid by Russia to repeat Russian lines and Russian points of view, and nothing happens on the right, no one says anything at all. We didn't hear from CJ. We didn't hear from my mega friend in Milwaukee. No, sir. They didn't mind. They didn't care. But boy, you leave something out, you edit something differently on 60 Minutes, and man, oh man, the world is falling apart. All right? Okay. Now, this might be good news for some people. Apparently, software is now on the verge of extinction.
What?
Growing worries that artificial intelligence tools could soon disrupt the world's biggest software businesses are sparking a sell-off across the sector. 30% plunge, as a matter of fact. Fears are growing that incumbent software makers may be at risk of heightened competition.
Okay.
If AI tools now allow applications to be made more quickly and at much lower cost. Investors fear that AI is going to eat software for lunch, and that market is going to fall apart. So there you go. We might not see as much software out there anymore. Just a lot of AI is replacing everything.
Yeah.
I've noticed that. I've used Google in my searches, and they use AI now. Mm-hmm. And so it comes up with all these different points and facts.
Right.
And it's interesting because it really saves me a lot of time.
Yeah.
I put something in and it gives me 3 or 4, bullet points.
Yeah.
And I know that they're true. I mean, you really have to research a lot of this stuff to make sure it's true.
Right.
But they're actually things that I know about already. And that's my fact checking. And it's always pretty accurate. So
that's good to know.
Yeah, I like that stuff. Okay, do we have time for
no,
else?
we don't. We have, but we do have time for me to tell you about this.
Oh, okay.
The WMDX Listener Appreciation Party. It is coming up September 6th. That's a Saturday at Downdren's Distilling in Cottage Grove. It's to get our community of listeners and to get together and socialize over some good drinks and hopefully some good weather too. But it's indoor, outdoor kind of thing at Downdren's Distilling. And we're giving you a chance to win a VIP invite. Everybody is invited, by the way. It's open to the public. It's free to come and join in. But we do have some VIP invites for a few lucky people. For you and a guest, that would include a free tour of the distillery, tasting some of their spirits, and also a WMDX swag bag. So to enter, you just have to text us this word, and you will be in the drawing for this. We'll draw a couple of winners. The word for today is flower, okay? Flower is the word, Flower. So text that into us before 8 a.m., and we'll draw a couple of winners, and we'll let you know if you are one of them, okay? That's going to be a lot of fun. There's an outdoor playground for the kids, and I believe we'll have a food truck. Or two.
Yes.
Yeah, and we're working on that, and a few other surprises along the way. A few people will show up.
All right.
Yeah. Some of our WMDX personnel.
Yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be great.
Saturday, September 6th. Put it on your calendar. 6:48, back with more of John and Gordy in the morning on WMDX Madison. Stay with us.
I've got the secret I've been hiding under my skin. My heart is human. My blood is boiling. a beautiful world we live in, a sweet romantic place, beautiful people everywhere, the way they show they care makes me want to say, it's a beautiful world, it's a beautiful world, it's a beautiful world for you. For you.
And you.
For you.
And me.
Yeah.
WMDX, John and Gordy in the morning. A little,
Devo?
well, a little Devo in the morning doesn't hurt, does it? I watched a documentary on Devo last night.
Yeah?
And it was a lot of fun to watch. I stayed up late.
Where'd
What the
you
heck?
find-
I don't
was
know.
that?
I can't remember whether it's Hulu or Netflix. It was just one of
Okay.
the selections and choices, and I had to watch it.
Yeah.
They were incredibly creative.
Very
What an
talented.
artsy group.
Yeah, very talented.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
No doubt
and,
about it.
and it was their movements on stage that I just loved. It was just perfect.
Well, in their costumes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bizarre.
The flower pots on their head. Right?
Yes.
And then they had the fake hair, which was designed after John
Fitzgerald
JFK.
Kennedy. JFK.
That's what I'm trying to say.
But it was like plastic. I mean, it was obviously plastic
It was
hair.
very shiny plastic hair.
Yes.
And then Reagan was elected, and everybody thought that their hair
maybe
was
it was.
actually Reagan's hair.
Right.
And they said, nope.
JFK.
JFK.
That's it. Okay. It is 6:54, kind of cloudy this morning, and looks like we'll see a good deal of sunshine later today. Highs in the mid-70s, but still some early morning clouds. Currently 60 degrees. Okay.
All right. Well, let's talk about Greenland. Can we talk about Greenland?
Greenland?
Did you have something? Did you?
No, I
bring
was
up?
just going to mention Jim Santel is going to join us
yes.
in our next hour.
All right.
Attorney at law. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks
What
like,
about Greenland?
Looks
What's
like
going
that
on
whole
there?
takeover of Greenland. That idea hit a snag here.
Oh, no. I thought it was a whole done deal.
Well, Trump is currently working on his despotic authoritarian takeover of the U.S., so he doesn't really have time for Greenland at this point.
Well, too bad for Greenland.
Yeah. Oh, I know. But,
They were looking forward to it, I'm sure.
Charlie Kirk is out there,
No.
picking up the mantle on this thing, and he's still talking about it. So let's listen to Charlie. This is cut 131.
You see, he wants to hermetically seal the entire Western Hemisphere. And part of this, though, the Greenland component, not just the oil, not just the rubies, not just the gold, not just the rare earth minerals, it's location. If you are really worried about Russia, and if you want to be able to have hemispheric dominance also against China, we have a major air base in Greenland already. I think it's a Space Force base and an Air Force base. The move needs to be allow the people of Greenland to first use personal autonomy and agency to disconnect from their Danish masters.
Well, that's fair.
Whatever process it is, we want to engage in popular sovereignty.
Sure do.
And then allow Greenland the opportunity to be part of the United States of America, no different than either Puerto Rico or Guam. And the argument that needs to be made to the people of Greenland, you will be wealthier, you'll be richer, and you will be protected.
Right.
Okay.
And, I'm sure they're
Really?
watching what's going on in D.C. and thinking, yeah, we want to be a part of the United States at this point, don't we?
Wouldn't that be great?
That's not a big promotional
Oh,
item.
man.
Wow.
What a...
I know.
It's just going crazy.
I know.
That's just beyond...
Right.
I can't... it just leaves you speechless
It does.
sometimes. I can't believe what's happening.
They don't think that anybody is watching what's going on in the U.S., right? The military takeover of every city in this country, the takeover of the government.
Yeah.
Now Chuck Grassley is the enemy of Trump because
how did that happen?
Chuck Grassley is holding up some of the nominations that Trump wants to put in place in judgeships, and he's not allowing it in the Senate because Trump is threatening green energy. Chuck is out there, everybody, the whole Midwest is dependent on green energy, right?
Yes.
I mean, we've got
Right.
just about, we've got a lot of wind farms. It's a great wind farm country down there.
Yeah.
So anyway, Chuck is out there fighting for green energy.
Green energy.
And he's going to hold up the nominations until they go back on repealing the rebates and the help and the money going to green energy
like
jobs.
Biofuels and things like
everything,
that. Huh?
Yes.
Wow. Well, good for Chuck Grassley.
I know, man.
Finally putting his foot down on something.
What the heck? How long did it take?
Yeah,
wow.
Way too long.
All right. Now, I thought this was really interesting. I've been holding on to this for a while. It's from the On Wisconsin magazine that we still get because my kids went to the UW.
Okay.
This is something right here.
All
Don't
right.
get it. The UW has deployed 4 state-of-the-art AI recycling assistants.
Wait,
you know
in
what?
Detroit?
Is
that
no,
what you said? Where?
the UW has deployed 4
deployed. I'm
state-of-the-art
sorry.
AI recycling assistants. What are recycling assistants? They are garbage cans. What? The picture here shows 4 of them. They're all across the campus, dubbed Oscars. I don't know why they're dubbed Oscars. The devices combine waste bins with interactive digital displays designed to make waste sorting an engaging and educational experience. And somewhere, Sesame Street's Oscar the Grouch is smiling. Now, I gotta say, these are waste containers, and there's a monitor to help you figure out where you're going to throw your garbage, and it's an educational experience all at the same time. You never knew that throwing something away could be so interesting
and so much fun. Does it have a picture of the thing?
It does. It's not very exciting. It's just 4 garbage containers with a monitor
with
above
a big
it.
monitor above to guide you through the process. Okay. All right.
Well, that's showbiz.
That's it. 6:59. We've got news and weather updates straight ahead. And Jim Santel coming up in our 7 o'clock hour on John and Gordy in the morning. Live from downtown Madison. We're on off State Street, WMDX.
transmitted by wire.
Here is the latest news brought into your own living room. You'll be hard to satisfy with anything less.
Let's give them something to talk about.
Talk is cheap. Gib. Always gossiping.
It's the John and Gordy Show.
This is High Five Plus.
And that's the way it is.
We'll do it live.
On 92.7 FM WMDX. Take it away, boys.
All right. Okay, ready.
92.7 WMDX. It's John Peterson, Gordy Young, along with Dominic Lee, our producer, and things are still looking cloudy in downtown Madison.
Yeah.
On State Street here, it's 60 degrees. Hopefully we'll see some sunshine in the mix and highs in the mid-70s today.
Yeah, I didn't bring this up, but a few days ago I went and saw the Fantastic Four.
Oh, the new movie.
Yeah. There have been previous versions of the Fantastic Four, and they haven't been spectacular or fantastic for that matter.
No.
But this one finally hit the mark for me. This is very much like reading the old Fantastic Four comics in the mid-'60s, which I just sold, by the way. It was a fun movie. It's done in a retro style. The way we visualized the future would be someday.
Okay.
The rocket ships looked really cool.
Yeah.
Their automobiles looked really cool. The way we wished they'd looked.
Yeah.
Back then. But anyways, it was a fun movie. Really well done, I thought. My kids were a little less overwhelmed by it. I thought it was a good movie. They thought, well, it could be a little more exciting. We saw it in one of the theaters at the Marcus Theater.
Okay.
And I have to tell you this. This is really surreal, and I think I was on an acid trip at the time, but I wasn't sure.
Why do you say that?
They have the previews, right?
Sure.
And then after the previews, Greg Marcus comes on. He's the president and chief executive officer of the Marcus Corporation.
Sure.
And he always introduces, everyone to the theater and to the next movie. And this time he was with Spinal Tap. He was with each member of Spinal Tap. They were out there.
Really?
And Greg Marcus is standing between these old rocksters,
No kidding.
I'm telling you, man, it was very, very surreal looking. and they had this bit going, and it was really funny the way these guys would roll off of Greg Marcus's comments.
Really? Wow. Well, Spinal Tap, the new movie, at the beginning
Continues.
and the end, what is it? I
Spinal
can't
Tap
remember the name of it.
Continues.
That's coming out any day, right?
Sometime soon.
Yeah.
So, it's wild. But seeing Greg
now
Marcus
I want to go
up
see
there.
a movie because I want to see that.
Yeah, it's supposed to come out September 12th. That's the release date for Spinal Tap. The End Continues.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, that is a classic
Continues.
piece of film.
Wow.
Greg saved that one. I'm trying to get Greg Marcus to be a guest on Pete Schwab, but we're going to be filling in for Pete next Monday and Tuesday.
That's right. Yeah, we've got
this
some
time.
guests.
It's really going to happen. We were told that this earlier this week.
Well, there was a mix-up on the dates, but we're going to be there Monday and Tuesday.
Yeah, we'll be
doing the morning show and then the evening show for 2 days.
Yeah, don't expect much the next morning. No, that's not true. That's not true.
Okay.
But,
Really?
we're trying to get Greg Marcus to be a guest on the show because he has done so much for movies in the state and in the Midwest, actually. They've got theaters all over.
And we've got some great guests lined up for Monday and Tuesday. We have a UFO expert. We've talked to him before, Greg Sisko.
Yes.
And, there's this object coming in through our solar system. It's like 3.5 miles long or something. And nobody knows what it is. And they've been tracking it for quite some time. And it doesn't look like any other space object out there. So
looks like a wedge, right?
So, yeah, it's odd, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So they're going to talk. He's going to talk about that, and then there's some other thing going on in UFO land.
And we've got a guest talking about ghosts.
Yeah,
love that topic.
Yeah. Well, you're going to tell your story about when you saw a ghost when you were a kid.
Yeah, an apparition.
Frightened you and changed your life.
It did. Changed my life completely.
Maybe why you are the way you are, but I don't know. So we've got those, and
I'm a believer is another way of describing it.
Okay.
I believe that stuff. Well, let's get into some of the other topics here because I know we have Jim Santel at 7:35, so stay here for that. Smithsonian whitewashing.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I've got a cut here that I think you should be interested in. It's from Douglas Brinkley. You're familiar with him?
Yes.
He's the historian and professor of history at Rice University. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, they're going to whitewash history. The president complained that they currently focus too much on how bad slavery was. Well, you think?
Okay.
And lack optimism about the country's achievements.
Mm-hmm.
The thing here is, when you look at all these events of history of the United States, how we came out of those events is, I think, the achievement, isn't it?
Okay.
Right? I mean,
yeah.
We solved the problem of slavery.
Yeah.
We had all these great changes in the country that took place, and they are marked there in the Smithsonian, all the museums.
Yes.
And these are accomplishments of the United States. These are achievements. But for some reason, because it doesn't say this is an achievement or isn't some kind of, television show, whatever, Trump has not noticed that. So anyway, this is Douglas Brinkley talking about all of this. Let's check it out.
At Rice University, Douglas Brinkley. Doug, I haven't been to the Smithsonian recently, so I'm not quite sure what it's like in there, what the exhibits are like. Have you been in the past couple years?
Yes, I'm there all the time. And in fact, I'm afraid what President Trump's trying to do is whitewash history. He's really aiming to undo slavery. He doesn't want us to follow the timeline of our country, and that happened. If you go to Smithsonian and look at Black American history, you'll see things that, how do you object to, Chuck Berry's Red Cadillac, or Harriet Tubman's hymn book, or, Romaine Bearden, the great painters, works on the Great Migration. I don't know what the beef is, except there seems to be a not liking of true Black history, and it seems to be aimed at the Biden and Obama administrations to the degree that Joe Biden had signed an executive order saving as a national monument Springfield, Illinois, where you had the lynching and the riot of 1908, or putting a spotlight on Tulsa riot of 1921, just the decimation of the Black community there, or dealing with lynchings that took place in the South of Black people. It seems to me President Trump wants to whitewash all of that in some kind of patriotic fervor as he bangs his drum marching to America 250 on July 4th.
I wonder, when Donald Trump talks about not having any celebration of success in that statement, saying the Smithsonian doesn't celebrate anything other than the bad stuff, do you get that sense when you go there? Is there a celebration of the successes of this country?
Oh, it's a monument, really, towards Black entrepreneurship and Black greatness. Yeah. I mean, you study and look at Muhammad Ali. He was the greatest, and there he is at the Smithsonian. You take a look at, the story of a newspaper like the Chicago Defender that was able to advertise what was going on, not just in Chicago, but around America on race relations, and promote the great singers of, say, Bronzeville, Chicago, South Side, people like Sam Cooke and Nat King Cole, Quincy Jones, Diana Washington. The list is long, Mahalia Jackson. So that's what they're doing. It's largely celebratory, but you can't just skip the slavery part of it because it's painful. They do a TikTok timeline. You walk through on the first floor and understand how Black American history has had a different variation than white American history. And it's educational at its very best. And by the way, President Trump should go to some red states. He should go visit incredible civil rights museums in cities like Memphis and Birmingham, Montgomery. Everybody's come to grips with this. What President Trump's suggesting is some retro, go back to a kind of a time of segregation thinking, that's not, we're too advanced for that, and it's not helpful, and particularly not doing it like that on Truth Social instead of having an honest dialogue with the good professional curators and the director of the Smithsonian in an honest way. If you want to upgrade certain aspects of Black history, Tuskegee Airmen or Buffalo Soldiers, go for it. You're president. It's America 250. But you don't have to be as demeaning as he is, because it makes all of America look bad.
Yeah.
Boy, it makes me want to go now.
I know, yeah.
Or they completely change it.
It was kind of interesting, too. He brought up the African American Museum, and that is something that we talked about yesterday.
Right. Yeah. Losing some funding too.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. No, it's Smithsonian is a wonderful place, and it's a shame to see it have to go through this.
It really is. This is something that we shouldn't have to experience. It seems like Trump just can't get his hands off of anything at all. He just can't stop from meddling, just taking over,
micromanaging,
making everything different in his image, which is really sick. But I don't know.
Okay.
Well, yeah, we talked about it was Mike McCabe, wasn't it? Mike McCabe was talking about this. He actually brought up the African American Museum.
Yes. Yeah.
So, I mean, it was almost hearing exactly what he was describing.
Exactly.
From Douglas Brinkley, the professor at Rice University, just laid it out there for us. Now, I've got something that my sons, they're Gen Zers, and they saw me recording this, and they said, "Oh, yeah, that's Cat. It's Cat Abu." Now, that's short for her longer name, Abu Azalala, or something like that.
That.
No one can really say it, so they just call her Cat Abu, and she's an influencer and a podcaster. And she goes after James Carville on Piers Morgan's show. And she said it's time for the Dems to throw out the outdated old playbook. The old senior hippies out there, huh? So let's check out this little cut of Cat Abu.
I think part of the reason we're in this mess is because of Democrats like James Carville that have been pushing an old playbook that is outdated. And I was really interested to hear Mr. Carville's names that he mentioned, and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, who is packing stadiums in red states, by the way. Like, regardless of what you think about her, that should be something that Democrats would want to latch onto. That she didn't even pop up in those names is kind of ludicrous to me. And it's time for Democrats to recognize that the old playbook is thrown out the window. We need people in power that understand the right, that also understand messaging, and they're not ashamed of their views.
There you go.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, we really need fresh blood in the Democratic Party. I am so tired of this. You know, the interviews of some of these, the old politicians out there still throwing their 2 cents in. It's fine, I guess, okay, but I don't want to really hear your plans for the future. Gotcha. I want new people in there.
Yeah.
New blood.
It's about time.
Boy,
yes,
we really need it.
Hey, it is 7:18. Time for us to remind you that our listener appreciation party is coming up Saturday, September 6th, 3 p.m. at Downdren's Distilling in Cottage Grove. We're going to get together with our listeners and socialize and build community, and everybody is invited, open to the public and free to get in. We're also offering a VIP invite for you and a guest that will include a free tour of the distillery and tasting some of their spirits and a WMDX swag bag. Now, to enter, all you need to do is text us this word. I gave it to you earlier today. The word is flower. FLOWER. You text us on the Civic Media app. Get that to us. We'll select a couple of winners, and you and a friend will be able to come to the party and go to the VIP tour of the facility. Now, the reason it's flower is they have an elderflower liquor. Elderflower liquor. You ever heard of elderflower?
No.
Yeah, well, we'll test it out. 19 minutes past the hour. We'll come back with Check the Weather with Brittany Merlot next on WMDX.
All right. Hi.
Hey, Brittany.
Hey.
What does your T-shirt say?
Yeah, what is that?
Oh, this is the seaplane one. Into the Wilderness,
okay.
I think it says.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep. Got that one. Okay. We're going to have to give you, one of our T-shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Seriously.
like I said yesterday, wear it on Civic Media so everybody knows that WMDX is out there.
I will. You know
We're
I
cooler
will.
than everybody else.
And by the way, Brittany, we do have a caller on the line, Kurt.
Okay.
And we might take
We're going
him
to take
really
that
quick,
real quick before you.
and then we'll put you
Sounds
on.
good.
That's okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, 30 seconds.
The Wisconsin landscape is lit up by a million shining stars. I am traveling up the Edens to the land of the under 21 bars. I'm going to Cheeseland, the Dells in Door County. I'm going to Cheeseland.
WMDX, John and Gordy in the morning, 92.7. Check us out on the Civic Media app. Text us and voice note us as well, and just call up the show and throw your 2 cents in. Why don't we go to Kurt right now and hear what Kurt has to say?
Yeah, Kurt's on the phone. Good morning, Kurt.
Yeah, good morning, guys. I'll be quick. When Arby has him on as a guest, I cringe.
Mm-hmm.
And if you actually pay attention to Carville when he's talking, you think you're instantly in a Saturday Night Live skit.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with you. It's
He's
sometimes
gotta
it's
go.
yeah, I know it. I don't want to hear his point of view.
Thanks, guys.
All right, I appreciate
All right.
it, and your text as well.
Yeah.
By the way, Kurt mentioned that there's 100,000 photographs at the museum, not to mention databases. What? Trump is forcing Google to delete their databases?
Talk about the
This
Smithsonian
is
now.
an ongoing temper tantrum of the orange blob, and I appreciate that, Kurt. It's so true.
Okay.
All right.
Yes. Let's check weather now
Yes.
with our WMDX meteorologist, Brittany Merlot. Good morning, Brittany. How are you?
Good morning, guys. How's it going over there?
Oh, good. You know, the WMDX weather window can only do so much.
Only so much.
We need the details. We need to dig deep into this. Tell us,
I mean,
what's
the
going on
weather-
in the weather?
Yeah.
The window's pretty accurate, but
Yes, I know.
it's hard to see the future through it. So we're gonna see what we can see. But I
Okay.
see sunshine, a lot of it coming through later today, and
Cool.
just another comfortable day. 78 degrees, probably hitting for highs.
Okay.
More patchy fog again tonight. It's fog season. 'Tis the season, I suppose. And then tomorrow, still staying sunny, nice and summery, highs in those low 80s, high pressure system still in place. And then we've got a cold front that is going to be marching through the state. So a lot of us are going to be cloudy tomorrow. Eventually you'll get there. And then by Saturday morning, maybe a few sprinkles in the forecast, but really nothing too crazy at the moment. But it does drop our temperatures. It will get breezy. It's going to feel like that, you know, those fall, cold, crisp breeze.
Oh,
That's
I
what's going to
know.
be happening.
Great.
Both Saturday, Sunday, even into Monday, dropping
Okay.
temperatures to the mid 70s on Saturday. And then my favorite part is 60s on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. The
Yeah.
coolest
Right.
day. Yes. The
Yeah.
coolest day is going to be on Monday. Mid 60s we're looking at for highs. That's it.
Nice.
That is so
That'll be refreshing.
So nice. You know, we have gone through the hottest summer.
It seems like it. Well, really humid, too, and just a lot of
humid,
rain.
uncomfortable. All this, and now we're getting the cool weather back again. Boy, we welcome it.
Yes.
Welcome it. All
Yeah,
right.
it's still cloudy here in downtown Madison right now, and still, I guess, some patchy fog here and there.
Yeah,
But it'll brighten up.
overcast at the moment. Still,
Yeah.
Well, I know.
fog in places too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know we talked about the WMDX weather window, but it's never wrong, as you mentioned, and it doesn't require batteries. There's no downtime.
True.
It's new and improved, by the way.
Of course it is.
Warping has been taken care of.
I was going to say, how's the maintenance? How often do you have to replace it? Or
You don't have to. There's no fading. It works right out of the box. It features the exclusive John and Gordy touch and feel hot or cold temperature surface.
Yeah.
Which changes with the weather.
I don't think that came with it last time I heard about it, so this is pretty cool.
We're trying to market it a little bit.
Yeah.
Get it out there.
And we came out with a deluxe version with the extra rugged tempered glass. For those on the go.
Okay. Yeah. Available soon at our website.
That's right. At the store.
Where are you coming up with this stuff?
Yeah.
Get on the waiting list.
We're workshopping it still.
Yeah.
Work out a few bugs here and there.
Does it let bugs in? Is it bug?
Well, that's the thing.
That's
There you go. We got to work on that. But.
All right. Well, thanks for putting up with the weather window ad that I just mentioned.
Brittany, thank you so much.
It's my only ad lib here on the show.
Okay. That's Brittany Merlot, our WMDX chief meteorologist.
All
Okay. We have Jim Santel coming up shortly.
We do.
Get us up to speed on what's happening legally in the various courts throughout the land.
Let's hear about some dumb people here, okay? I've got cut 163. I really want to get into this. This is from the Mini Philosophy. It puts out stuff all the time. This I thought was interesting. 163. Let's listen.
Okay.
About 25 years ago, the psychologists David Dunning and Justin Kruger ran a series of experiments to reveal something strange. People who know the least often have the most confidence in their abilities. This has come to be known as the Dunning-Kruger effect. In short, if you're incompetent, you lack the skills you need to recognize your own competence, and so you overestimate your abilities. You think you're great when you're not. But what's less commonly known is the opposite, known as the reverse Dunning-Kruger effect. This is when you become truly competent. It's when you research, you study, and you put in the hard hours, and you become acutely aware of how little you know. Socrates was said to be the wisest man in Greece because he recognized just how little he knew. If you speak to any expert or professor in their field, you'll notice how nuanced and uncertain their language is, whereas those who know very little are often very confident in what they say. You see this every day in online debates where the loudest voices are often the least informed, and people with real knowledge hedge their statements, they qualify their terms and admit uncertainty. Bertrand Russell once said that the trouble with the world is that the stupid are so cocksure and the intelligent are so full of doubt. The danger is that modern society risks rewarding confidence rather than competence. We mistake the loudest voices for the best voices. But of course, confidence is not competence, and if somebody is walking confidently and loudly towards a cliff's edge, it's better to follow somebody who knows where they're going.
There you go. Great stuff, isn't it?
Yeah. Who was that again?
That's Mini Philosophy. Post stuff every once in a while, and I thought that kind of hit the mark for Trump.
Yeah, absolutely. It's 29 minutes past the hour. We're going to check in with the Midwest Food and Farm Report. And when we come back, Attorney Jim Santel will join us, taking your calls and questions, too, if you want to get in on it. 608-879-8255, or just text us on the Civic Media app. Coming back with more of John and Gordy after this.
It's not too late to whip it good. When a good time turns around, you must whip it. You will never live it down unless you whip it. No one gets away until they whip it.
Right. There, Jim?
Gentlemen, how are you this morning?
We're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm doing well.
All right.
I'm I might be getting a little bit of feedback here, but I'm not sure. Maybe it's good.
We're not hearing that here.
Okay, good.
Yeah. And we can talk about the transcripts that have been blocked again.
Sure.
Now, is it blocked because it's the grand jury transcripts that grand jury stuff doesn't normally get released? Is that correct?
Exactly. And this is the third judge who's done it. The standard, which again we can talk about a little bit on the air, is you got to have some compelling law enforcement reason. It can't just be that, hey, there's a prurient interest out there, and everybody wants to see them. That's not it. So
no, that's
and
not
the big issue is, okay, Pam Bondi, you've been sitting on probably thousands of pages of stuff. You can release that if you want. That's apparently been either on your desk or not. Do that. Why aren't we not doing that? And maybe she'll do it tomorrow. We'll see. But it's just the latest. Oh, yeah, exactly. That's why I couch this by saying we'll see. It's just. I
think I talked about this morning. Was it? Let me see. It said the senators blocking Trump's judicial nominees. I believe. I'm looking here. Real quick.
I'm not.
Chuck Grassley is doing it. He's tired of this stuff, blocking all the wind and solar energy credits that are going to the industry. He's really angry about it. So, nominations for the Treasury Department, as Holtz can stall that nomination. So,
and are these? I didn't see that. Are these Republicans or are these Democrats who are doing it? Is it Republicans?
Just Grassley and a few Republicans, I guess, are from the states that have a lot to do with biofuels and and solar.
Yeah. So we'll tie the future of the planet to whether or not somebody in the Treasury Department can be the deputy undersecretary for coins, right?
That's
right. Yeah. Right. Yeah, thank goodness Chuck is still there. He's the institutional legacy of the Senate, right? What would we do without him?
How old is he? He's in
128, I think. Yeah. No, 138. That's right.
Yeah, we're asking for youth, right? They're the dangerous ones on the MAGA side of the aisle.
Right. Exactly.
All right. Let's see here. I got to get back to our mail here where you gave this.
I'm going to mention night market again. Jim, if we haven't invited you before, you're invited to our listener appreciation party. Everybody's invited, and that includes you.
I have it, and this is the old world or old fashioned, but I think I've got it.
It's on September 6th.
Yeah. And believe it or not,
at Downers. I think we talked about it last week.
Right.
A little bit.
Look at this. Not that you can see it, but there's John and Gordy listener party at. Yeah. I've got it for 1 o'clock on the 6th. Or maybe that's.
It's actually 3 o'clock.
So I can show up early. I can flip burgers and brats.
You can show up early if you want.
I can make the potato salad and get the slaw in place.
Yes, we need somebody to do the potato salad, the German potato salad.
There we go.
Here. We got to go with that.
30 seconds.
I'm gonna. WMDX 92.7. This is John and Gordy. Overlooking State Street, a block away from the Capitol on a beautiful morning. I mean, it's a little overcast, but it's going to be a great day today. We just heard from Brittany Merlot on that. Mm-hmm. And a great weekend coming up. Cool temperatures again. Autumn is sliding in slowly.
Yeah, and it's going to be beautiful tonight, too, for the Madison Night Market. And we'll be in our booth right across the streets in front of the Overture. And we invite you to stop by. Night market takes place this evening from 5 until 9. Lots of music, lots of fun. In fact, our latest newsletter that just came out today is talking all about the night market, and you can find out more there. And, it's going to be beautiful, so we hope you show up. We'll be debuting the new WMDX T-shirts.
Not only that, but the John and Gordy line dancers.
The John and Gordy line dancers will be there? I didn't know that. Nobody told me. Led by our own Dominic Lee.
John was looking at me the entire time, and I knew he was going to say something like that.
Well, great.
So
that'll be fun.
Go.
Can't wait for that.
Don't expect it.
Let's welcome in attorney Jim Santel to our proceedings here this morning. Good morning, Jim. How are you?
John Gordy, good to be with you. I've checked my calendar. I'm not line dancing tonight, so I'm going to defer to Dom.
Wait.
Although, if my calendar opens up, you never know. You wouldn't want to see that, but still, there's an option. Right?
But you are possibly coming to our listener appreciation party.
It's possible.
Okay.
Absolutely. It is on my calendar. And once again, I'll look forward to badly handling the brats and the hot dogs and getting the potato salad and the coleslaw ready to go for everybody.
Well, we'll have a couple of a food truck or two there, and maybe you can help out with them. But
you don't want lawyers coming anywhere near public food. That's a general rule. That's
what I'm thinking.
That's what I've heard.
Right.
No attorneys near food.
Okay.
Well, they're always threatening a lawsuit if the food isn't good. It's so intimidating.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about the Manhattan federal judge again blocking the request to release the grand jury transcripts. This is a common thing now, and I guess as we all know, grand jury transcripts aren't usually released to the public.
That's exactly right. This is actually the third judge. If your listeners are thinking, wait, haven't we heard this before? The answer is yes, you have. Twice before, the government in various investigations, South Florida, other places, have asked judges, federal judges, and remember the grand jury is a court system. It's not a Department of Justice entity. They've asked the federal trial judges to release these grand jury transcripts. You got it just right. I know all your listeners know. I know Dom knows that it's Rule 6C of the Federal Rules of Criminal Procedure that prohibits the release of grand jury information. You got to have a very good reason for doing it, some investigation you're doing, something else. And just because America is fascinated by all this and that there are those people who think that QAnon is somehow going to be revealed in this, that's not a sufficient basis to overcome grand jury secrecy. The judge pretty much lets the government have it once again and says that there are no special circumstances. The transcript, he says, interestingly, here's what he's sending off to the world. He says the transcript, which apparently is about 17 pages or 70 pages or so, pales in comparison to the investigation information materials in the hands of the Department of Justice. Wow, that's basically saying, not here. Look at 950 Pennsylvania Avenue. That's Pam Bondi's office. Go and talk to her if you want to see things. That's the judge sending America back to the Department of Justice. And once again, telling Donald Trump and Pam Bondi and Todd Blanche, maybe not Donald Trump, but all these people should know better. You're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. And beyond that, grand jury transcripts are not going, if there's anything to reveal here, doubt there is, candidly, but if there's anything to reveal, it's not going to be from the very grand jury transcripts. From the very start, when the president said, I'm directing Pam Bondi to release all that, maybe somebody whispered in his ear and said, Mr. President, that's not where anything interesting is going to be. Again, another attempt by him to send the shiny object down the street so we all scamper after it, only to find that there's no there. This is just the latest story.
Yeah, how is Pam Bondi going to respond to something like this now that he actually threw it into her court?
Right. And now you've got people on Capitol Hill. You've got some of these top Republicans saying that it is tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon, when the Department of Justice is going to release all these materials. I haven't found any reporting that she has said that, but the expectation tomorrow is, and again, I'm sure all the conspirators out there and the people are coming up with wild theories about how this is going to reveal all kinds of things about America, which it won't. Are just waiting now with bated breath. If it doesn't happen tomorrow, it makes it all the worse, right? We just can't get rid of this tragic, horrific story. And again, it's because Donald Trump has made it that. Thank you once again, Mr. President.
Yeah.
Well, the Congress wants to see everything from this, the entire Epstein files and unredacted, right? They want it everything. So they can tell what's going on instead of getting redacted files.
Right.
This reminds me of Nixon, releasing the Watergate tapes, but they were edited, that 18-minute gap.
Yeah, gaps.
And then, he released the transcripts, and those had all kinds of redactions to it. So, it seems like we're going down this road again many years later.
And if that is what happens here, again, we're going to go down this road again. If that is what happens, and likely, appropriately, any good government, I don't know if the Department of Justice falls in that category these days, but any good officials there would, in fact, would do this. They would redact the names, identifying information for victims. There could be some marginal security interests out there we don't know. But as soon as that's done, as soon as there are any of those black marks or pages redacted, once again that's because we have not that I believe this, but the mantra will be, see, we still don't have everything. We're demanding the release of everything. Nothing wrong with Congress in camera without releasing this, seeing everything, as long as they don't turn around and speak to CNN or Fox News and say, this is what I've got. They can look at this as long as the privacy interests are contained there and there's no disclosure. But then again, at some point, Congress becomes responsible then for the possession and the privacy and the status of all these documents. Oh my goodness, when is this going to end, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, why don't we get to the cosplay Columbo? The Department of Justice's Ed Martin. Tell us, explain this one. Oh my God.
Again, your listeners are probably thinking, wait, Ed Martin, I've heard that name before too. And yes, he was for a brief time, he was the acting U.S. attorney in the District of Columbia, and didn't go well for him, and eventually had to withdraw the nomination there. The president did. So they brought him kind of across the street at Main Justice. So when you fail in one Senate appointment and one presidential appointment, what you do is you get a high-level job inside the Department of Justice that apparently doesn't need Senate confirmation. So he's been in charge of this group that's trying to figure out how the Department of Justice has been weaponized. Remember this? Against Republicans. And so he's in charge of that group. In that connection, he and his office, which again, his office I do not recognize at all, part of the mantra of this administration as well, he is now pursuing various people, including Adam Schiff in California and Letitia James, who again, listeners will recall, she is the Attorney General, state of New York. She is the one who got that hundreds of millions of dollars civil judgment against him for fraud. She shut down all kinds of his operations. She has been one of his principal litigation adversaries. So now it's time for Ed Martin to come in on behalf of the president and go after the president's adversaries, including Letitia James. He shows up in this comical way in front of her home, apparently, or townhouse in Manhattan, I think it is. And there's this exchange. And again, so many things wrong with that in terms of policy and practice. You don't have leadership doing investigations, reason why Todd Blanche never should have spoken to Ghislaine Maxwell. He's showing, what is the point of standing there other than to again, just get the attention of the media in an embarrassing way. The backstory on this is that apparently this may have even been too much for Pam Bondi and Todd Blanche, who said, Ed, what are you doing? Are you in Manhattan running around in front of Letitia James? How's you stalking Letitia James? No, come back to Washington. If you want to open up the file, investigate that. Again, there's no there, but this is what we do now. This is Donald Trump's retribution. Let's all say it together, as he said in the campaign.
That's
I'm
right.
going to go after the people who are going after me. Here we have it with a capital R.
Well, it's so funny. He wore the trench coat, the Columbo trench coat. He's outside walking around. He's with some other guy. I don't know who it is, who wanted to find out if they called them stoops, the stairways up to their apartments.
Oh.
Are those stoops? They call them stoops here, don't they? I never grew up. When I grew up, I never saw stoops. But is that a stoop?
Yeah.
And the good thing about that is, if that's the level of the investigation, that how we describe cement and stone when it comes to Manhattan townhouses, this isn't going to go well. Again, the only saving grace is they're so wildly incompetent that they will never be able to get anything done. But again, I assume it's relatively warm in summer in Manhattan. You're showing up in a trench coat to send what kind of a signal? Well, you're invoking Columbo. who of course repeatedly said, if I'm old enough to remember, I'm confused about that. Just one thing bothers me about that, right? And so if Ed Martin is following in those footsteps, don't look for anything serious to come out of this. But for the fact, once again, here's the serious point, my friends, and that is this. We've always said the prosecution isn't the point. The investigation is the punishment, right? You put anybody through these hoops, they've got to produce documents, they've got to provide information. The investigation of all these people, including people who cannot afford it with lawyers, that's the punishment. And that's what Donald Trump and his minions do these days on behalf, apparently, of the people of the United States of America. Really, Mr. President, really, Madam Attorney General, an abuse, absolutely an abuse of the Department of Justice.
Yeah. Well, in the old days, people just walked around in suits.
Right.
And did their business, when they worked for government. Now it's cosplay for everybody, I mean, everybody's dressing up like something, their idea of what that department should look like. Right. Pam Bondi. We have Christy
Caroline Leavitt.
Leavitt. Oh, yeah. Geez.
Right.
It's unbelievable what's going on with this administration. What a bunch of incompetence.
Right.
All right.
Talking with Attorney Jim Santel. And what about, Jim, anything from the Supreme Court this week, or are they taking a break? Is the shadow docket turned off for the time being?
Yes, we'd like to take just a few days and not hear from the Supreme Court. I never thought we'd be saying that, but it's nice when they're not grabbing the news items, headlines rather. They don't appear to be in that category. But interestingly, what we've got is this is the season when justices go out to these judicial conferences. And our justice, her name is Amy Coney Barrett. She's from the Seventh Circuit, just visiting in Chicago this past week. Had some very interesting things to say about the judiciary, obviously defending the role of the Supreme Court.
Oh, sure.
Significantly, she appears in front of, it's not a non-public event, but it's basically lawyers and judges getting together and conferencing in Chicago. They do that once a year. It's the Seventh Circuit Judicial Conference. And of course, the reason why her presence is so significant is she is the one who wrote this major decision at the end of this term, once again, giving Donald Trump pretty much what he wanted on the national injunctions. And so lots of attention there. We'll be talking about it more on Saturday. But you've got other justices, including Elena Kagan, going out to California and talking about how bad it is that the shadow docket continues to show up.
All right, we're going to talk about Texas redistricting in just a few moments.
Yeah, stay with us. We'll have more with Jim Santel on John and Gordy in the morning after this. Well, that's from Law and Order, but I don't know who the might be Mike Post.
Mike Post, that's it. It's Mike Post.
Yeah.
Well, he has done so many great theme songs. My God,
I feel bad, Jim. I always play that song whenever.
No, that's good. So some of your other colleagues, what is it with Jane and Greg? What do they play?
I fought the law.
That's it. That's it. Yes. Yeah. Right. Yep. All that law stuff, right?
Yeah.
It's in your head 24/7.
If only Chuck Grassley would do a cover of one of those, we need Chuck to, and then we've got more to play. So,
well, Jim, if you have a song in mind or you like a certain artist, just let me know, all right?
Okay,
I would love to play it for you.
Sure, very good.
Perry Mason.
I'm a big fan of Motown, as I know everybody there is as well. So,
right.
I don't know if.
Is the Rockford Files part of that Motown thing?
Yeah, it probably is. Yeah. All those. Remember Hill Street Blues? Remember that?
Hill Street Blues.
I think that was Mike Post and
Perry Mason. I still
right.
Oh, that is the classic. Yeah.
Right.
So
Dom was only 7 years old when Perry Mason was on. So
I don't even know who Perry Mason is. That's
right. That's the point.
Dial up the Perry Mason theme.
Yeah. Yeah, dial that up. Let's play that.
He's got
Raymond Burr. And these names mean anything, Dom? Raymond Burr? No, huh?
No.
Nope. Okay, good. I'm glad.
Remember
I'm actually glad.
Ironsides?
Yeah,
I think I've heard of that.
Ironsides. Raymond Burr. Yes.
See if I can find this.
That's it.
Didn't have any of our regular callers.
No.
Mark.
Probably trying to get to the survey.
Yeah. That's
What is it called? The question of the day. What is it?
It's the poll.
Poll.
Question of the day. All right, 40 seconds.
WMDX, John and Gordy.
It is 7:52. Back with Jim Santel for a couple of more minutes.
Talking law.
Yeah. What's your favorite theme song for law shows, Jim? We just heard Perry Mason there.
Yeah, it's hard. You played it already. It's hard to get beyond that. That the name Dick Wolf pops up at the end of all those Law and Order shows. It's boom boom, right? And that just I don't know what that means exactly. I don't know if that's music necessarily, but it certainly does grab your attention.
You should bring a little sound box with that on it.
There you go.
You go to court.
Every time you make a point.
Yeah. Everywhere I go on the street, people approach me, and before I talk with them, I play some theme music. So yeah, got to work on that.
I'm sure the technology is there. Might as well use it.
Let's take a look at the redistricting stuff. I worked for the census at one time, and they call it the decennial, and that means 10 years. So if you go 5 years, it's not decennial anymore, and you really can't, redistrict at that point either. So I don't know why this is so confusing to some people in the government, but they can't do this. They shouldn't be able to do this, right, Jim?
Change the census.
Should not, because of your good work with the census, what do we know? Again, it doesn't always come out timely, and there's always challenges. But we take a look at America. It's in the Constitution, believe it or not. James Madison wrote it in, as you know. Got to count people in America every 10 years. And among other good reasons for doing that is it enables us to draw lines for Congress, right? And even internal to states. It enables you to tell where your population is and to draw lines based upon, and that's the point. What do you base it on? And typically it's been things like, I've got a river here, a mountain there, maybe some major metropolitan areas, but you don't do this gerrymandering, which comes, believe it or not, out of a founding father named Eldridge Gary. Way too much information there. But the bottom line is that we've got it happening again in Texas. And the reason for doing it in this 5-year period and not the 10-year period is because Donald Trump got out of Sharpie, apparently, once again, and said, hey, let's take a look at some of those maps. We'll figure out a way to redistribute some population, and we'll also probably get rid of some Democrats along the way, probably resulting in 5 new seats in the House of Representatives based upon the political composition of these new districts. And it's causing, again, nationwide impact because people are saying, gosh, this is just the most brazen form of politicization of what should be a non-political process. You're effectively disenfranchising people by doing it. Democrats have done it as well. Just to be very clear on this, an equal opportunity thing to do. It has passed the House. in the Texas legislature in Austin. Apparently today, maybe tomorrow, the Senate will pass it as well. 5 redrawn districts, 5 redrawn areas there. And Greg Abbott, the governor, has promised he's going to sign it. And then we got on with the election coming up November of next year with all these different districts there. And basically removing, if you will, by virtue of what they've done, major Congress people like Al Green, others out there who will have to figure out where they land in all of this based upon where they live. So, again,
and what do you think about
Governor
Gavin Newsom's response to that and trying to do the same kind of thing in California?
Well, they passed that bill.
Well, they passed the bill
to go to
the people,
to the voters
now. Right. It's a little bit more complicated there, and he is turning back and saying, you know what, we've got 5. I can meet your 5 if we're playing poker. I can meet your 5 and raise you maybe 1 or 2. The change there, the difference in California is that you do have, how refreshing is this? You've got an independent commission that's drawn these lines. Not to say it's perfect, not to say it's some partisan, but you've got by design. People are not going to be political. And so in order to do this, you've got to basically remove that nonpartisan status. Again, the legislature doing that and saying, let's go to the people and have them endorse this. There's a bit of a campaign underway now about whether or not this referendum there in California will pass. Presumably it will, but you've also got people there in California saying, you know what, we're lying down with wolves here. We're jumping in the hole along with the Republicans. This is not what we are about. Even my former boss, Eric Holder, out there, was a champion to bring gerrymandering to a close, is now saying, let's do it. We have to preserve democracy. Trump is going to play this way. We need to respond, again, legally, lawfully, but doing something that's not probably in the best interest long-term across the board of Americans voting next year.
Well, I always find myself shouting at the TV when I hear a Democrat describe all of this. And Democratic states also gerrymander. The answer to all of that is that, yes, they do gerrymander, but Democrats want to get rid of gerrymandering. The other party does not want to get rid of it. That's the defining moment. We have to bring that often. They say, oh, but your state is gerrymandered, like Illinois. Well, yes, but they want to get rid of that. We want to change the system so it's fair. They don't. Okay, and I think fighting fire with fire in this case is more than called for.
It's right. It's legal. We'll see what happens. Next couple of days, very interesting in Texas and then beyond.
Yes, absolutely.
Jim, we got to leave it there. Thanks for joining us.
Always a pleasure.
Jim Santel. You can listen to him on the Civic Media Radio Network Saturday mornings at 9 o'clock.
Jim, and that trench coat looks great. I mean, if you're going to be doing investigations, I guess.
Do that.
I'm going to see if I've got one from my dad's wardrobe from about 30 years ago, and maybe I can pull it out. I'll show up next Thursday with just that on. How's that?
Okay. All right.
Like McGruff. You'll look like McGruff.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Jim.
Take care.
That's going to do it for us. Coming up tomorrow, Savannah Tomei Olson will join us with a news update. Also, Rocker with the Max Inc. preview and Pam Yankee. It's all coming up tomorrow, and more chances to win Brewer tickets, too. Free Ticket Friday for Brewers. Stephanie Miller's next. That's it for us.
Well, we're going to have more Idiocracy, too.
Oh, yeah.
Can't forget that.
All coming up. Hey, we'll see you at Madison Night Market tonight.
Definitely with a new T-shirt.
Downtown State Street. Join us. See you there.
As we were saying, let the sun shine. It's the John and Gordy Show.
Tom, take care.
This guy texted, he said, the boom boom is a gavel.
Boom, boom.
That's what it is.
Oh, yeah. Really?
Probably reverb.
That's
probably reverb.
Well, yeah, that's when that's kind of reverb that you like.
Yes, I
delay.
love that reverb.
Okay.
Jim, thank you. Thank you again.
Take care. We'll see you soon, gentlemen. Take care.
Always a pleasure, Jim.
See you, Jim.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Good. Have a good Thursday. Bye-bye.
You too.
All right.
How that